Hello, mutants. I'm Utisha the Movie Goddess, and you're watching Mutant TV.
Whoa! Where'd you guys come from? Streebo here with you. As always, I was just checking out mutantville.com. Hopefully you've been checking out mutantville.com as well. Cheap plug, cheap plug. I'll try not to get into too much of that, but hey, this is a Streebo blog, so what else am I going to talk about other than Mutantville? Because that's what I live, that's what I breathe, that's what I eat. I would say that's what I drink, but I just finished drinking my last Diet Pepsi out of a Captain America class. No, I didn't buy this because of 911. I'm a Captain America super fan from way back, so I was thrilled to see the movie. And that's actually Jack Kirby artwork. But yeah, you superhero aficionados out there will know what I'm talking about. Co-creator. Drank my last Diet Pepsi. It's Wednesday night. I'm shooting this vlog for the MVP blog because I'm supposed to post a personal blog on the site this week. We're doing a little experiment where Brento, Gio, and myself are all posting personal blog entries on the blog to give the MVP blog, or mutantville.com as it is more commonly known, all of our individual voices. So it's obviously a group effort. So it's an experiment this week. We'll see how it goes. Gio's is on the front page at the moment. It says, "Am I Jaded?" Has a picture of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. That was the first horror film he saw. What was the first horror film I saw? In theaters, it was Creepshow 2. Creepshow 2. Because my dad came to pick me up, living in Mississippi. I hardly ever saw him. I was raised by a single mother. He says, "What do you want to go see?" I say, I wanted to go see a horror film because, of course, it's something my mom would never take me to see. And just went to see Creepshow 2 because it was playing. If it had been another horror film, I would have gone to see that. It just didn't matter. It's just that it was a horror film and I could get into it. And it actually creeped me out. The second story, The Raft, that's a scary story. Even it's still pretty creepy today. But yeah, I'm a little tired right now. I'm kind of brain dead, burning the candle on both ends, so to speak. It's been a long, crazy year, if you know MVP history, what we've been up to all year long, from Evermore to StellarCon to Con Carolinas to Fright Night Film Fest to Ghost Trek to Desdemona 6 to Deviling, yeah, to all these different things. Of course, we just went to Fright Night Film Fest and Fandom Fest, John Carpenter. But we're changing gears. We haven't shot anything all year. The last thing we shot was last Halloween, and it was the Tales from Mutantville project. Which, did you know that there potentially could have been 4 installments of Tales from Mutantville? But special makeup effects expert Todd A. Britt, who's now branching out from MVP, by the way, so he is a hired gun. If you have cash, throw it at him and he'll give you whatever you need. He turned down the opportunity to write and direct his own movie. So there were only 3 installments. A lot of people, and a lot of my trolls especially, seem to think I rule MVP with an iron fist. But that is not true. I may be iron fisted, but no. I guide it with a gentle but firm hand. That's all. But it is still the 3 of us. And you will see that as evidenced by the personal blogs on the website this week. My contribution being this video, because I get tired of typing stuff up sometimes. Because there are a ton of things going on at mutantville.com. Before I even get into Ghost, God, mutantville.com. Because whether you know it or not, since January of this year, we've initiated a new marketing plan where we really run the blog and put some dedicated content on it. So there's a new piece of content on it every day. And it's something. So every day, if you go to Mutantville, there will be something there. I look at it as a resource for filmmakers and fans myself. I mean, because we have trailers. Well, you can find trailers anywhere, but hey, these are trailers. We actually have movies. We have discussions on classics, like here. Gio talked about Alien this past Sunday, and on Saturday we had Black Sunday playing on Scary Movie Saturday. So how awesome is that? Yeah, Mario Bava's Black Sunday. Fridays with MVP is just news. Thursday is always inspirational filmmaker quote. This week it was Steven Soderbergh, who went on to have the #1 movie this past weekend with Contagion. But the cool thing about it is, say I click on the inspirational quote, I can then click over into the category and read last week's inspirational quote, and the one before that, and the one before that, and one before that. So that's the really... Oh, and last week was John Cassavetes. What do you know? Who's not a horror filmmaker, but is a legendary guerrilla filmmaker, a legendary independent filmmaker. And, well, horror geeks will know that he is famous for playing Mia Farrow's husband in Rosemary's Baby. Roman Polanski's Rosemary's Baby at that. So, yeah. So, like I was saying, this video is running long. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes so it's not too long and rambling, because people aren't going to want to watch it anyway. But I was up till 3:30 last night doing fine edits on Ghost, which is over here on this monitor. But I changed it to that changing graphics so that the Premiere, so that doesn't burn out the screen, because you can see how bright that is now that I took that down. Yeah, I was up till 3:30 doing fine edits on Ghost. Fine edits are a tricky thing. That's something I've actually been doing all year long, because I finished the first full cut of Ghost last September, and all year long it's just been fine edits, little things here and there, changing things, taking some things out, putting some things in, putting some things in different orders. I never notice how much I scratch my nose until I shoot these videos, because then every time I scratch my nose, like I just did, I'm thinking, oh no, they're all watching me scratch my nose, and somebody's going to say, stop scratching your nose. It's like somebody always says, stop saying but or in your reviews. And I have to remind people sometimes, guys, I just walked out of the theater 5 minutes ago. That's the best I can do. I just came up with that review on the fly and recorded it for you. Speaking of recording the reviews on the fly, I lament the fact that I never reviewed Nightbreed Uncut, and I'll tell you why I didn't, because it was such a rough cut. I mean, it was a rough cut. It was so rough it was hardly watchable, and all the footage wasn't put together. I really had to think about it afterwards, but I'm thinking of, I ought to go ahead and shoot a review for it, because hey, who else is going to do that, because it hasn't played anywhere else since then. Yeah. Good times. Last Pepsi. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow night at midnight, I will get paid. Friday morning, I'm dead broke. All my money goes into filmmaking in one way or another. I know this coming week we got to pay for a shirt order, because our good buddy Kenny Caperton at the Myers House NC is going to play Scarecrow at midnight at the Myers House NC Halloween Bash. So that's going to be cool. We want to be there and have some shirts in case people want to buy them. I know we're going to do some advertising for the John Carpenter video. That's going to be cool. That's our exclusive 10-minute interview. You won't see anywhere else except Mutantville.com, where I got to ask John Carpenter anything I wanted. That was at the Fright Night Film Fest. Thank you eternally to promoter Ken Daniels for setting that up for us. Yeah, you're the man. So, a lot of cool things coming up. But before the Halloween Bash, we're going to have a cast and crew screening for Ghost. Getting all tongue-tied now. Oh, so yeah. Oh, right here, note to myself. It's all about the highs and lows. I have $1 in my pocket, like I had to write that down, because I literally took everything out of my checking account. Okay. And then I've got a quarter tank of gas. So those are kind of times that your indie filmmaker has to endure, but it's okay. It's all worth it because of you. Because you are a part of MVP. You made it happen, whether you're an actor, an effects person, a wardrobe person, whether you're a fan, a friend we met at a convention, whether you bought one of the movies, you watched the screeners, you reviewed it, or you just referred one of your friends to mutantville.com. It is because of you. That's why we do it. Well, that, and it's because with your help, with your encouragement, with all that goes along, you enable us to do what we were born to do, which is to do filmmaking, storytelling. Yeah, which is why I'm working on Ghost right now, which I hope people are going to like. I mean, the digital effects turned out to be much more daunting than I thought. You know, so big ups to our digital effects editor, Brento, who has done a commendable job on it so far. And we're actually getting together to finalize everything this weekend, or over the next couple weekends anyway. And then a couple weeks after that, we'll be finishing sound, or we will be me, white man, because I don't have anybody in my pocket, I guess. And yeah, move on from there. Screening, then we're going to talk DVD release, because I would really love to get Ghost out while Paranormal Activity 3 is around somewhere. Maybe we'll wait till Paranormal Activity 3 hits the DVDs instead of trying to compete against it. But I don't know. That's still a tricky one. But then, and then talk about a limited theatrical release in the winter. So just do theater by theater, weekend by weekend, town to town, old school, take it around the local areas, and put butts in the seat. So, yep. That's what it's all about. And that's what I'm thanking you for. If you're a part of making it, thank you for your patience. This October will be exactly 2 years since we started Ghost. It took us 1 year to shoot it, which is fine. Now, man, I'm going to have to head towards the 15-minute mark on this video. The original plan for Ghost was to do a 30-minute short film TV pilot for TV, because of stuff like Dexter and True Blood and Supernatural, that all this crazy stuff that's playing on TV. And you know, we wanted to have something to go opposite it, so we thought Ghost, you know, about a group of ghost hunters. Be a cool, kind of the whole twist and everything behind the premise is pretty cool, which I can't tell you. You have to watch the movie to figure all that out. But that was the original idea, and we finished it. We shot it quick. We shot it in October, and I think 1 or 2 weekends in November, and we did special effects in December, and we were done. The first cut of the TV show version, the TV version, was done by New Year's of 2010. So after that, we looked at it and we thought, well, you know what? We've got enough here. We can turn this into a full-length feature. That was both good and bad. Okay. Good because the first cut was actually ran close to 45 minutes, and we had to chop it down to get it to that original desired 30-minute length. So we were already at 45 minutes, and that meant, you know, we weren't too far off from being a full-length feature, because I thought about it this way. If I can add 15 minutes, that'll give us an hour. If I can add another 15 minutes, that's an hour 15, and another 15. You get the idea, but I'm thinking about it in that terms because I was also thinking about characters and what could happen in the movie and what I could add to it, you know, and each one would represent a certain amount of time. And I thought, okay, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. How many characters? And come up with something for each one of those guys and put it in there. Now, that also presented the very interesting script challenge, which was, how does one write a first act for a second and third act that are already completed? And not just a second and third act that are already completed, but a second and third act that were meant to function as their own first act, to actually introduce you to everybody and give you those things you needed already to follow the story and the problems and the, you know, the trials they must overcome. And how do you back all that up and reintroduce it? So there's some interesting things. I will give you one hint, and that is I came up with another character, and I thought, okay, well, if we open the movie with this other ghost hunter before we introduce the ghost team, then boom, I've already cheated you. 15 minutes that I can play with that character. Okay, so boom, there's my first hour. And then I had to think, okay, well, what do I do with the ghost team after that? So that's the way it all fits together. But yeah, so crazy. But it's all good. Mutantville.com, we've got it all. Mutantville Mondays, Trailer Park Tuesdays, Collector's Corner with MVP on Wednesday, Inspirational Filmmaker on Thursday, Fridays with MVP, Scary Movie Saturday, and Classics Corner on Sunday. And there you go. And it's all year long. And then, of course, there's the Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, just guide everybody to the Mutantville Productions page. I know we have one for each project, but you have to do that. It's kind of like viral marketing. And, you know, you guys out there, my actors, my effects people, whoever you are, fellow directors, I know I've talked to a bunch of you. If you have questions about internet marketing, social networking, shoot them to me. I'll give you tips. I'll give you the sheet of how to do it. Because I've been studying this stuff. Let me show you my paperwork. These are all... Every time now if you're on Facebook, I'll post every now and then. I'll go, doing another webinar. Because that stuff is like going to school. And I'm like, ugh, I hate it. But here are my notes. Check this out. These are all handwritten notes from webinars that I've done over the past 2 years. And then put all those theories into practice on the blog, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on FriendFeed. So many different things, so many different tools. Hootsuite, what have you. That's one of the things. That's the cool thing about MVP is we all kind of do our thing. You know, it might look like I'm running things from out here, but we have meetings to decide all these things. These are group decisions. You know, I just grab the football and run with it, buddy. That's all. Just... If you're behind me, it's all good. I'm going to clear the way. If you're in front of me, hey, I'm coming through. It's the way it goes. And, if you're on my team, then that's right. That's the way it goes. MVP, one for all for one. What is the saying? There's no I in meat pie, but there is a I in team. I don't know. I was trying to screw up that line from Shaun of the Dead, and I did it all wrong. But anyway. I've got a shit ton of editing to do. I've gone past the 15-minute mark. We're going towards 20 minutes, so I'm going to cut it short. Because I could talk about crap just endlessly, because there's always so many things going on. I don't even know where to begin. I've got to jump up. I was just checking out my tabs, because I've got to jump over and do another blog post. And tomorrow is Thursday, which means I've got to figure out the inspirational filmmaker quote of the day. Usually I do that. Sometimes I'll do them in advance. Like I try to do it Sunday night or whatever, but it didn't happen this week. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. Yeah, long winding blog, but I did that for a reason. This is a test to see who the true MVP fans are. Who are the our friends and fellows out there who are actually going to watch this all the way through to hear the good little bits I have to say at the end. So if you're cast and crew, October 27th will be the screening. This will be the only place you're going to hear it, so I'm not going to type it up anywhere just yet. Once we get closer, we will. So if you're not in the know, you won't be in the know. What else? Oh, October 29th, Halloween Bash. They're going to play, Kenny's going to play Scarecrow at midnight. Then they're going to play, he's going to play Michael Sharp's Devling. And then, I forget the main show. Is he playing Halloween 6? He might be playing Halloween 6 this year. I might be mistaken. But you can find out at his website, myersHouseNC.com. Oh, cheap plug for T-Shirt Joe. The Thing. T-shirt right there. Pretty awesome. Oh, and also in October, we're going to help out our good buddy Robert W. Fillion in shooting his movie, which I very much look forward to. His movie is called Athena, and it's going to be starring our good buddy Matthew Ewald. So, and Vanell. Very, very cool. And I think Vanessa Orr is in it, and a couple other really awesome people. So, I'm just glad to not have to sink a ton of money into something this October. And I'm glad I'm not the one that has to worry about setting everything up. I just have to show up on the set and do my job. I think I'm going to be script supervisor, so that's A-okay with me. And yeah, so there you go. We're getting ready to go into October. Things are coming full circle with MVP. Come Halloween, we will have Ghost ready to go to DVD. Theatrical run this winter. And also in New Year's, the release of the Tales from Mutantville DVD. The only thing holding that up is the audio for Indigo Child. That's out of my control. But it is what it is. But December, it'll be done. We'll have 2 DVDs, and then we'll have all of 2012 ahead of us. And yeah, so it's all good. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. You watched this all the way through. You are a true MVP diehard fan, or you're just really incredibly bored, or possibly masochistic. But I thought I'd shoot this since I was doing a blog. I thought I'd shoot this in front of my stuff, and I'm gonna show you something cool because I finally, darn it, finally got my collection put up. You can see Roger Corman stuff, John Carpenter. Let me flip this around. There's all my stuff in here in my junky studio. But it's all good in the hood, baby. Streebo loves you. Follow the adventures, join the fun, leave a comment on Mutantville.com, refer your friends to Mutantville Productions on Facebook. If you're smart, you'll make an account for all the ones that we have. YouTube, Twitter, friend feed, all those things. And a blog. If you're an actor, you're promoting yourself, you're promoting your movie, whatever, make sure you have a blog, a website where you can send everybody to. Just like this one called Mutantville. Mutantville.com. The worlds of speculative fiction through the eyes of independent filmmakers.